Hello my country people, welcome back to the news. Guys, things are happening in Nigeria. Some youth in Elle community in Owo local government area have narrated how they narrowly escaped death as they were attacked by thugs allegedly led by an All Progressive Congress chieftain, Bola Orisadere. Also, different videos shared online showed Orisadere brandishing a pump-action gun during the attack in the community, and many persons were said to have been injured as these thugs destroyed chairs while hitting those present with iron rods. Now, Orisadere is reportedly the president of the Community Youth Association and held the position for the past 14 years without making any move to hand over to anyone. However, some members of the association demanded a constitution to speculate his tenure. A top APC politician who doubles as the Youth Association president of Ipele-led talks to attack his fellow youths who are for the progress and development of the community. This politician, Bola Orisadere, has spent over 14 years in this youth presidency, and he is running illegally without any constitution that back up his administration. Now, some concerned youths of the community who are intellectual and committed rose up and took some legal steps to put some strategies in place peacefully in order to balance the situation of the association. Firstly, the concerned youths drafted a constitution with an 11-man committee, and during this process, they organized a Congress meeting purposefully for the adoption of the constitution, in which letters were written to the King's Palace. The LCDA chairman, the 8th quarters president of the community, the divisional police officer, the civil defense office in the community. Yes, they know that he's an APC member. But at this point, to their greatest surprise, the LCDA administration collaborated with the community king and wrote petition against those youths calling for Bola's removal. They've sent petitions to the Department of State Service and the police. Meanwhile, the House of Assembly member representing the constituency, Honorable Anuki Winterspoon, is from Ipele. She also called some of the representatives to her house in Akure for a peace meeting and appealed to them. So after the meeting, she proposed to meet with all the youths in the community, and the meeting was slated to hold 3rd November as the youth assembly themselves at the venue fixed. While the House of Assembly member was on her way, Bola, who has been ruling illegally for 14 years, led thugs. He led thugs to the venue with guns, and they started firing gunshots. They were beating youths who were present at the venue, and at this point, this is unbelievable. So my country people, this is a huge, illegality going on in this community. Talking about the harassment of youths in that particular community, what are the police doing about it? The police, what are they doing about it? The traditional rulers in that community, what are they doing about this? Because at this point, this Ondo APC politician came out with guns. He came out with guns publicly and led thugs to attack community youth for calling for his replacement as a leader after 14 years. Imagine leading a community for 14 years and there've been no improvement so far. They've not seen any tangible development. They've not seen any meaningful impact you've impacted in the people and in the community. And they stood up and said, no, enough is enough. You cannot stay in this position for 14 years. Even as a president, you cannot stay in that position for 14 years in Nigeria. Even as a governor, you can't stay for 14 years. So in a lawless country like Nigeria, this is what we tend to see. How can a youth president retain his or her position for good 14 years? Are they not constitution to regulate such leadership, and they even set up an 11-man committee to draft a constitution. But no, the man said he wants to die there. He wants to remain in that position forever. And the people, they tried to do this peacefully. But the man said no, he would take, he would take them by surprise. And really, he took them by surprise, unleashed thugs on them, and was shooting sporadically. But what are the Nigerian police doing about it? Have there been any arrests made? Have they called this guy for questioning? Is it because he's an APC leader? That's why we've not heard about the police calling him in for interrogation, or the DSS calling him in for interrogation. This is too much, my country people. This is too much. But then it's now like a norm in Nigeria because we tend to see all this lawlessness. It has now become, it's now a regular routine in Nigeria. It's a daily routine in Nigeria. Lawlessness. That is the order of the day. And it has destroyed our democracy. It has destroyed our democracy. Imagine the youth of a community saying enough is enough. We don't want this leader anymore. We want to change him. We are tired of his leadership. We've not seen any meaningful impact in his leadership. What has he got to offer the youth? Look at ordinary youth leader committing this kind of heinous act. Ordinary youth leader engaging in this kind of heinous act. Then what will a governor do? What will the president do? Nigeria is a failed nation. It is indeed a failed nation. It is only God that will help us. So many people are still living in bondage. It seems that this APC has turned this country into something else. And now this has become the order of the day. Why is it that the APC, they always associate themselves with violence, with thuggery, with intimidation and oppression? This is oppression and harassment at its peak. But will this community learn? I don't know if they will learn. Because come 2027, they will still, do the same thing. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? At this point, the youth should lead the charge. If they don't do something about it, then this oppression will keep on repeating itself again and again. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments.